Hey everybody, so I'm doing a tutorial on this look right here. It's what I call my happy fall look. It's quick and easy. We got some orange and pink in here, and it's just very light and easy. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm starting off with my eyebrows. I've used a BH brow pencil in the shade brown, I believe. And all what I'm doing is I'm just outlining my eyebrow. I start off at the bottom and then I work my way towards the tail just to give my eyebrow a general shape. Next, I take Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade Medium Brown. This is going to be used to fill in the rest of my eyebrow. I do like a more fuller, bolder eyebrow, and this product gives me that. Next, I'm going to take this e.l.f. Lash and Brow Gel, and I'm just going to set everything that I did to my eyebrow with this. Quickly, I am just going to shape my eyebrows by using this Hard Candy Concealer in the shade Light. It's the heavy duty one, so go very easy if you're going to use this product. You do not need a lot of product whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to outline the bottom of my eyebrow to give it the general shape that I like, and then just blend it out with my finger. Next, I use the liquid foundation by BH Cosmetics. I'm not 100% sure of the shade. I can look it up for you. Just leave me a comment below if you would like to know the exact shade. I just dot this all over my face, and then I'm going to buffer it out with the Real Techniques buffering brush. I absolutely love the Real Techniques brushes. I got a pack of 4 brushes for $20 at Walmart, and this is one that was in there. It's my favorite foundation brush. It gets into the corners of my eyes, around my nose. It blends out my product smooth and beautifully. I absolutely love this brush. It was affordable. It's worth every penny of it. I find it high-end personally, but I absolutely love this brush. So if you like Real Techniques, go get it. You will not regret. After doing foundation, I move right into my eyes, and before I do any eyeshadow, I always prime my eyelids with this paint pod by MAC Cosmetics. For me personally, I find that it just works. It keeps my eyeshadow lasting longer, takes away the oil, and also brightens my eyeshadow. So everything about this product is a win for me. Next, I have to set everything. So I'm going to set the concealer and the paint pod using this Too Faced Natural Eye Palette. And I'm using the shade Heaven right now. And I'm setting the entire brow bone and lid. I do this because I want my shadow to blend easily. And the paint pod can be a little sticky. And I love the way the Heaven looks on my brow bone. Next, I'm just going to take Nude from the same palette, and I'm going to put this into my crease, and I'm going to use it as my transitional shade. Moving on to the star of my eyes, this is a palette that I found recently. It's a no-name palette. I got it off eBay years ago. But I just took the orange from the palette, which is what I classify as a true pumpkin orange, and I'm just focusing this color on my outer V, into the crease, onto the lid, but just on the V part of the eye. I'm not really bringing it on to the middle or inner lid. I'm just focusing it on the outside. I also had to build this look, so I repeated the step of packing it on and then blending it out a couple of times. After achieving my look with the orange, I went back into the same palette and I picked out this beautiful pink. It's coming off a bit purple on camera, but it is a pinkier color than it is purple. And I just applied this onto the outer corner V part, but not into my crease. So I didn't bring it up as high as I did the orange. And I did the same process of packing and blending until I got the color that I wanted. Sometimes when you're using a no-name palette, it takes a long time to get to the color that you wanted. I even at one point had to use the Fix Plus just to wetten up my product so I can get a deeper shade. So take your time with it, don't rush, just make sure that you're packing and blending to get the color that you want for the look that you are going for. So I kind of liked the way that my eyes looked, but I didn't want to leave the rest of my eyes bare, so I wanted to add a very simple light shade to the rest of my eyes. So I went back into the Too Faced palette and just took Honey Pot, which is a very nice golden shimmery shade, but it's not too pigmented. So I just put a nice small layer on top of my lid, and it just gave the right amount of shimmer and shine to complete my look. So I'm just going to quickly move on to my face before I do anything with my under eyes. And I'm just taking the Sephora concealer in the shade Perfect, I believe is what it's called. I do my under eyes, the bridge of my nose, center of my forehead, cupid's bow, and my chin. And instead of taking a damp beauty blender, I'm actually going to use a dry one. Using a damp one is going to sheer out the makeup a bit more. Using a dry one is going to give you a little bit more full coverage. Moving on to bronzer, I'm using the Hard Candy Baked Bronzer in the shade Tropics. Right here, I'm just warming up my cheeks and my temples just to make my face look warm. Next, I'm going to do a very light contour using the NARS Duo palette. There isn't actual names for it. It's just the NARS Duo palette, and I'm just lightly contouring my cheeks and temples. Afterwards, I go into the palette again and take the blush, and I'm just going to smile and put a little bit of blush on my cheeks just to bring a little bit more life back into my face. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting. This is a MAC Cosmetics high blush, I actually believe. I found it recently, and I'm not 100% sure if it's a highlight or a blush. I love it as a highlight. I feel like it gives me a gorgeous glow, but it could be a blush for all I know. And I think it was limited edition as well. Alright, so moving back to the eyes, I'm just going to quickly do my under eyes. I'm focusing more on the outer V part of my eyes. So I'm going to use the pink and I'm going to smudge it along the outer corner. I do bring it into my inner corner, but just to blend it out. Most of the product is focused on the outer part of my eye. I do also use a little bit of the orange just to blend everything together and make it look even. Next, I use the NYX eye pencil in the shade Nude just to give a little more extra to my waterline. Then I go into the mascara and I'm using I Love Extreme and I Love Big Lashes mascara by Essence. It's an amazing combo. Moving on to one of my favorite parts of doing makeup is the lips. This is the BH Cosmetic matte lipstick in the shade Charming. It's a gorgeous pinky nude. It goes with almost any look. Afterwards, I'm also going to use the MAC Fix Plus just to set my makeup in place. I wanted to go for a more dewy look this time. Alright, so that's my look, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Thanks. See you next time.